Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, September 20th, 2024. Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to start with, let's start with this one. 231.98, rising channel bottom, able to contain session weakness if tested. The question is whether or not we will, right out of the gates, be vulnerable or susceptible to falling back into this area. We do have a solid pivot point today at 243.73, which is the channel top. And we did close above that formation yesterday by a hair. I say by a hair because we closed at 243.92. We have an unchanged open. It would be just above 243.73. But I will say, if we open today above 243.73, certainly if we open above yesterday's high of 244.24, that should yield 254.87 today. 254.87 is, as I was telling you in yesterday's video, assuming if we were to close back above this area in the low 230s, you can anticipate 254.87 as a 3 to 5 day objective. I had mentioned that we also would want to see the close, of course, above the channel top at 243.73, but I do think 254.87 is likely over the next 3 to 5 days, holding above this 231.98. But once again, we could see it much quicker. We could see it today if we open above 243.73. Now, on the way up, we do have an inside channel that is right here at 249.52. So you've got some solid day tradable levels here. Opening above 243.73, 249.52. That can give the market trouble intraday. But being a Friday and all, and the rally that we saw on Thursday, opening clearly above 243.73, you should definitely allow for that 254.87 channel top. That can contain buying through next week. And from here, we can fall away. So 254.87 is your 2 to 3 to 5 week time frame level. It's a big, important level. It can contain buying through next week. And once tested, we can fall back to some variation of this channel support that is presently between 207.17 and 214.80. So that is the big picture. If you sell 254.87, you could hold out for the 210s. The 207.17 to 214.80 area, then in reach within 2 to 3 weeks, where we could, by that point in time, bottom out through October and into November. That is the 2 to 3 week rotational dynamic right now. Yet, if we do close today above 254.87, and I think that's a bit of a stretch, but if we do, then we enter a long-term buy signal. And by that, I mean over the following 3 to 5 weeks or so, 301 even in reach. That could be a better part of 2 months, we could call it. Closing above 254.87, while I don't expect it today, no good reason to be short Tesla. As we move through the month of October, I would expect 301 even by inside of 2 months, 3 to 5 weeks, 5 to 8 weeks, something like that. 301 even is a gradually rising area. And you can see also there's 330s up here. That is that long-term 1.5 year channel top on the weekly chart. So it really is kind of a range, 301 even rising along with this long-term channel top at 332.47. That zone would be considered a 1 to 2 month objective if we close above 254.87. I think I made that point pretty clear. So working back downside, breaking, especially opening today below 243.73, will keep 237 even in reach today. That is a 5/8 Fibonacci on the way back up. Now, we took that out, obviously, on Thursday, but it still has relevance. It still can contain solid intraday trade. If we break 237 even, we should see 231.98 intraday. So, opening below 243.73 does allow the market to fall back potentially today to 231.98. But I really think it'll be more like if we close below 243.73, it'd be like Monday, Tuesday of next week, 231.98, able to contain session weakness. And as I say, it's hard to annotate it properly in the support and resistance area. But as I've been saying, holding above 231.98, I think 254.87 is likely by the end of next week. And once again, if we happen to open above 243.73, quite possibly intraday. It would be a settlement below 231.98, that would indicate a good high through next week. We should then, if we close today below 231.98, no good reason to be long Tesla as we move into next week. We want to stay short overnight through the weekend, 214.80, likely within 3 to 5 days. The beginning of a zone down to 207.17 that can absorb selling through the next week, possibly through October. From here, we could round back up to some variation of channel resistance at 254.87. So like I mentioned, you could sell 254.87 in anticipation of the 210s within 2 to 3 weeks. You can also buy the 210s, 207.17 to 214.80 in anticipation of upward rotation into the 250, the 254.87 formation. And while it is definitely irrelevant at this point in time, I'll just mention that our next long-term sell signal would occur with a settlement below the 207.17 rising channel bottom, which we could see over the next week of trade once again if we were to close today below the 231.98 level. And if we were to close below 207.17, that is a long-term 1 to 2 month sell signal down to the 163.98 descending channel bottom, just as closing above the 254.87 formation is a 1 to 2 month buy signal up to 301 even. Other than that, I see no reason to consider 301 even an objective. I see no reason to consider, that downside area at 163.98 an objective unless we close below 207.17. And 301 even only becomes an objective unless we close above 254.87. Until then, it's kind of a two-sided trader's paradise really well into October, selling the mid-250s and climbing, and once again buying the 207 and climbing area, as we move into October trade. I think that pretty much rounds it out. Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. We put out a stock pick this week. On Thursday, it was on Block, the software, financial services software company, on the precipice of a big signal. You can check it out for free by signing up for wickedstocks.com. You get 5 days up front, no cost to you whatsoever. You can bow out after 5 days if you don't like what you see at no cost to you. I'm going to leave it at that. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Tesla report, and you have a great weekend.